Yeah. Alrighty, Austin. It has been a lovely chatting with you. We spoke a little bit off the recording here regarding professional experience, a little bit about the role and the duties that it entails. But Austin, I would love for you to kickstart this interview. Tell me a little bit about yourself and professional experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, I graduated from high school from New Smyrna Beach High. Got my associates at Daytona State, and then ended up moving to Jacksonville just because my adult career took me into that path. I spent a good amount, first, I would say almost 10 years in retail sales. That, in terms of lenient or hiring on people to the stores themselves, is pretty much what I did for the first 10 years. Um, After that, graduated into car sales for a short time, met my fiance, then wife, and gravitated towards office roles. It's been great living in Jacksonville for the past, I'd say, 6 or 7 years, but it's a blessing nonetheless to relocate, sell the house, and buy one down here in Ormond Beach and be more local to my family and her family, and just closer in general. But in terms of the previous, job roles that I've filled, currently I'm at Palmer College of Chiropractic. I oversee the dean's administrative office and the student administrative office. So I handle a lot of student reportings, filing reportings, things of that nature. Anything the deans need done, or any of the other professors or doctors need done in their technician rooms, I pretty much supply those as well. That can go from anywhere from inbound call receiving to purchasing, mailing, restock supplies. It could be day-to-day office, or it could be something as far as expenditures and reportings, gathering a monthly, income, outgoing income basis. But that is typically what I've done for the past few years, is the office role, administrative work, just kind of being the back end between a lot of the different departments in general. With legacy engineering too, I did a lot of similar things. Pretty much
Absolutely.
my brief summary.
Yeah, and that was beautifully said. You have an extensive resume here, and majority of it, from what I can
Mhm.
see, is very much customer service based
Yes,
and
ma'am.
support to the office. So customer service is a key skill to have in any position that you're in.
Mhm.
So when it comes down to that customer service skill set, what does that mean to you? What does customer service overall mean to your work?
Yeah, genuinely, it's the front line of representing the business of the brand. Whatever the name is and so forth, you're there to receive the front line of the client calls, put on a good representation of the company that you're representing, and ultimately deliver them a good experience with whatever issues they have. It could be something as simple, transfer me to this person, or it could be something as simple, look into my invoices for the past 3 years. So at the end of the day, it's just approaching every client as you would, a personal friend or family. It's important to represent the business, make sure they succeed, and all the other departments thereafter, because it's the domino effect. One thing goes wrong in the front line, you got to play a lot of cleanup. So
Yeah.
ultimately, it's just representing the company you work for and the brand, and just ensuring that every client has a good experience.
Absolutely. That was very well said. And I know currently you're working on assignment or a temporary project or assignment that's going
Mhm.
to be wrapping up here soon. And that's why you're seeking a new role. But in this next role, what are you looking to get out of it ultimately?
Consistency. With my own prerogatives are very simple. With a growing new family as it is, new mortgage and so forth. What I'm really looking for is a career path and consistency. Just somewhere to clock in, clock out, but still have a good nuance and good atmosphere of those that I work with. So, at the end of the day, I have great work ethic. I have great loyalty to the company that I work for. And I just want to make sure that I succeed for them, and I, have my, my stability when it comes to my family and, things of that nature. So that's really what I'm looking for, is a career, longevity.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the roles that you worked in, the
Hmm.
chiropractic office, a few other offices as well,
Hmm.
car dealerships, what are some systems that you have utilized or a few systems that you're familiar with using?
Yeah, absolutely. So multiple. I'll start with the office roles. So with the office roles, let's say legacy engineering. When I was at that firm, I worked a lot with QuickBooks, a lot with their proprietary filing system for a lot of different projects and engineering work. In terms of the current college that I'm working at, Palmer, I work with a lot of NetSuite, QuickBooks, scheduling, Outlooks, every Outlook and Microsoft interface there is, Outlooks, calendars. There's more, but you know, the mailing system in general. So those are the main gist of what I've worked with. I've worked a lot with the payroll too, in terms of Kronos and ADP.
Okay, perfect. So you've done payroll, Chronos,
Oh yeah, yes,
ADP.
ma'am.
I'm sure you've entered data into the spreadsheets as
Oh
well when
yes,
it comes
ma'am.
to payroll.
Excel and so forth. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. The whole
Oh,
M365 Office I'm very familiar with. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, SharePoint, all of those things are pretty much vital key signs to any office work.
I would agree 100%.
Hmm.
Now, if I went back to your previous colleagues
Hmm.
and I would have asked them, how would you describe Austin? How was he to work with? What would they say?
I would definitely say the first couple would be dedicated and loyal. I don't give anyone a reason to call out. You know, at the end of the day, I'm there to succeed and ensure that every day is productive. Especially as a father and husband, you know, at the end of the day, I want to clock in and make sure I put the time in. So no one would ever question my work ethic, and the people person that I am. I typically get along with realistically anyone and everyone. I love a friendly face and a friendly smile. So at the end of the day, it's a nuance of customer support. So at the end of the day, they would definitely say that I'm dedicated to the role that I'm in.
That's amazing. And Austin, when are you looking to start a new role?
So great question. With the contractual basis that I'm not under with Daytona Employment with this temp agency, they and Palmer have both been very transparent with me to put my name out there for resumes and so forth in interviews. So they just asked for a couple day allowance to let them know if I'm going to be starting some position next week or within a few days, just for them to have that transparency, so that way they can kind of fill the void and I can leave off the last bit of work that I'm going to have someone to fill in. So it's not a 2 week requirement, just honestly, a 72, 48 hours, what they told me.
That sounds amazing. Well, hopefully we can get you on to your next role, make it a long-lasting career. As you
Yes,
mentioned,
ma'am.
you're looking for growth within the company as well.
Mhm.
But Austin, it really has been a pleasure speaking to you, getting to know professional experience this
Yes, ma'am.
afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording, but don't hang up on me. I want to continue chatting with
Okay,
you really quickly.
absolutely.
Thank you, Austin.